Hello, my name is Brooke Adair. I'm a physiotherapist and a research program manager at the Centre for Disability and Development Research at the Australian Catholic University here in Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm going to speak to you about a paper that I co-authored with a colleague of mine, Professor Christine Imms, which will be published in the February 2017 issue of Developmental Medicine Child Neurology. The paper reports the results from a longitudinal study of participation for an age-based cohort of children and adolescents with cerebral palsy who were recruited using a state-based CP register. In particular, the paper focuses on the longitudinal changes in participation, or the trajectories, as well as the changes that occurred in participation as the children transitioned from primary school to secondary school and then from secondary school on to adult life. We already know that children with cerebral palsy experience or more likely to experience participation restrictions when compared to their unimpaired peers, and also that often they demonstrated a decline in leisure participation over time. Nonetheless, the previous studies on this particular topic have been limited to generally a maximum period of about 5 years, and usually they'd only collected data for about 2 points, therefore potentially missing some of the detail when describing changes over time. The data for our particular study were collected at 5 different assessment points over a period of 9 years, with the first assessment occurring in late primary school and the final assessment occurring in the year following school leaving. The results from our study show that there didn't really appear to be any great participation changes in the transition periods through school. However, when you looked at the overall data, there were some changes that were seen in decreases in the diversity and intensity of recreational, active physical and self-improvement activities, and interestingly some increases in social activity participation. Despite this statistical evidence, the amount of change was typically very small, suggesting that generally participation is likely to be relatively stable for this particular group, and that where there was change over time, it's likely to be at quite a slow rate. What we don't know yet, though, is how these changes in participation compared to children who were unimpaired, or their typically developing peers, which is something really for future research. But in the meantime, I think that clinicians and researchers need to engage children in leisure activities early on in life, and therefore help them to establish good participation habits so they can carry these through into adulthood. Thank you very much.